it can just feel like so much pressure, right? And, the pressure goes and comes. You have little wins, you have big wins. It's ultimately all meaningless. Like the fact that we're going to die, the fact that we're on this tiny planet floating throughout the solar system, and that these like metrics for success and status that we've made are made up. They're agreed upon, and just like money is real insofar as we all agree to it, they're made up, and they're all really insignificant at the end of the day. But then there's this weird paradox between meaning and insignificance. I think like you can go with the argument that we're on a tiny rock floating through space, so it's all meaningless. But then it's also like because of that, there's so much meaning built into it. Like, what are you going to do with your life? What can you become? Where's the other life out there? You've been given this rare opportunity to be a thinking, planning human being with this unbelievable thing we call consciousness. What are you going to do with that? So I think of it as this great responsibility, but then you also have to remember the kind of the circus of life. Because I think it's so easy to get caught up in it. And it's good to get caught up in it. Like I was just thinking about growing on YouTube and the fact that I'm actually really enjoying making these videos. But then I was thinking wow, let me pull back for a sec. Like the fact that I'm even alive is insane. But it's also really cool that I found something that I can actually be obsessed with and really love and not feel like it's something that I have to do. It's something that I get to do. So I just thought that was an interesting paradox between the meaning of being a human being and being able to, create any life you want, and being able to live this incredible experience that we really don't even understand. And also the pressure that can kind of come along with that, and pressure by people that we care about and that care about us. And then the flip side of the coin, which is, I think, completely necessary, having to realize the strangeness and kind of insignificant and ultimate meaninglessness of this kind of human life experiment. I think if you can frame it that way, you're able to both have the ultimate highs of the good and also kind of block out some of the bad, because the bad comes with this just deep pressure and insatisfactoriness that the Buddhists talk about. Like they say life is suffering, but it's also, another translation is life is unsatisfactoriness. And I think that comes from, the desires, comes from the striving to be who you want to become, striving to be like the people around you, something like that. So it's about, setting really good values, living in alignment with those, and then deriving your meaningfulness and happiness from those. And just being in a place like this, I think it's as often as you can to try to take moments and just pull back, to be able to frame out of whatever you're doing. I think that's so important.